Stardom 101. Stardom 101. Stardom 101.
Stardom 101.
It's the Stardom 101 Magazine Podcast. Shining light on today's tastemakers
and innovators.
Kicking it with your host, Christopher Boykin. It's the Stardom 101 Magazine Podcast.
Oh, yes, it's Stardom 101 Magazine Podcast here back on iHeartRadio. Thank you guys once again for tapping into this platform. You guys know what we do. We do this each and every week where we invite amazing guests all across the globe to come on the show and literally promote their brands, promote their events, promote their products. And today we have another beautiful episode for you. My guest today is Miss Angel Mone't in the house of inspiration. We're going to talk inspiration. We're going to talk children. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a jam-packed episode, and she's on the line with me right now. How you doing, Angel? How you feeling today?
Oh, I'm doing great. Just awesome.
Fantastic.
So glad to be here.
Absolutely. So I'll always like to begin my show with a little background. You do music. Give the audience, and you also do education. You have an educational background as well. Can you give us a background on your company, how you got started, the inspiration, really the motivation, the mission, the why? Everybody why is different. For you, what resonates, what clicks, what makes you do and continue to do what you do?
Well, I've been doing music since I was a little girl, you know. Wow. I knew my passion since I was about 5 or 6 years old. I knew that my passion was music. Didn't know exactly what I would be doing in music, but as the years went on, I had lessons, piano lessons, voice lessons. I entered a lot of talent shows, and I just love the joy of music. I started writing music at a very young age and entered a lot of talent shows, and then I went on to college to pursue music because if you're really serious about something, I just feel like you should study it,
Absolutely.
And try to master it the best way you can. So I went on to Berklee College of Music, and that's what led me in Boston, Massachusetts. And from then on, I knew I wanted to share my gift. Nice. I love children, and I thought it would be a great idea to educate them, but also entertain children.
Wow.
So that's how I kind of got my start, after college, teaching piano lessons, voice. And then I started with the musical that I wrote, and I wrote all the music for it and all the, the script and the whole 9 yards.
Wow.
And that together, and it ran for about 10 years in the city of Boston.
Wow.
And so I was able to, use my writing skills and all my little talents, and put them into this show.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, do you have guests on your platform as well? I'm going to segue right into the show. Can you kind of give us a description of what type of show? That was my second question. What type of show, the production, the idea, what goes into it?
Sure. Well, okay. If we're talking about the musical that I wrote, that show is called Jack's World, and I'm about to start that back up again. Okay. I had put it down probably a good, 7, 8 years ago.
Wow.
And it was so intense. We ran it for about 10 years.
Wow.
And so, as far as that production, we had to audition kids, make sure that we had a good group of talented kids. And then we had adults that we auditioned as well for the role of the parents of Jack. It's about a boy that was looking for love. He felt like no one cared about him. And it's about love, family, and self-esteem. That's kind of what the whole show is about. But he runs away from home and thinking that they don't care about him because they're so busy running the household with 4 kids, and they both work. And it becomes first it's a really sad situation, but then it becomes a really happy ending where he's around, and his self-esteem is lifted because mom and dad are going to pay close attention to him now, help with his homework, and his self-esteem goes just way up,
Yeah.
That's kind of what that show was about. And, as far as putting that together, oh my goodness, I had to put a team together of, the stage crew, down to sound technical people, getting the venue, a whole administrative team, casting committee, just so many pieces, so many moving pieces to make that production happen.
Yes.
Promotions, so much went into that, but it was very successful, especially among the schools. Schools came out throughout, the city, and it was their field trip of the year,
Wow.
So I'm rambling. Okay.
No, that's great. You put it down for a while, but what is the reason you bring it back up, right? Because is the timing now? Is that the new direction you want to go to now? Because like you said, you put it down for a while. I'm just very interested in hearing though. Because I've done this before too. I put down some productions myself, and I enjoyed it. It was so fulfilling, right? But sometimes we put so much into it, and then it's like I gotta refill the tank. I gotta let something else process or whatever. So I'm just curious. It sounds amazing as well.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, but a lot of work.
Yes,
and you needed money,
Yeah.
And I think the recession had hit before President Obama came in on the scene, and I was just getting burned out,
year
after year. And but what makes me want to bring it back is because a lot of the kids that were in this production are now grown. They are grown with their own children.
Wow.
They have contacted me all over the country that have moved on, and they have their own families now.
Wow.
And they're like asking me. One woman called me, this young woman called me about 3 weeks ago.
Oh my gosh.
She was for me all these years.
Oh my gosh.
She came to see Jack's World when she was 9 years old.
Wow.
And she says to me, "Are you doing this show? Are you going to do it again? Because this is what we need. Kids need to see this,
Yes.
In light of what's going on in the world today, we need as much inspiration as we can get. And it is a very inspirational show.
Nice.
So because I've gotten such great feedback over the years from a lot of the cast members, I think it's time to bring it back.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
The people have spoken.
But I don't know if I want to do it as a stage play.
Oh,
maybe more like a movie. We have the Netflix now, and
yes,
Prime. So I've been talking with people and trying to see how we can maybe go that route. Because the soundtrack is still there. I have a book coming out called The Adventures of Jack Christopher Wilson. And so I'm hoping by the summer that will be ready and we can start promoting that.
Nice. Okay, so you can kind of like reformat. That's kind of cool. Thinking about different ways to do it, so it's not back to back, but it's just done. Oh wow! So the movies and the film and the big screen. Yeah,
the music is not actually. You can still buy it today. It's on Amazon Prime, all the social media outlets. That you can buy stuff on. Absolutely. And you have a new. You have a new virtual show for kids, The Joy of Spring. Yes, let's talk about that because that's very important. Let's get and promote that. What's going on in that neighborhood? Okay, so with the Miss Angel Mone't show. Okay. Actually, the Miss Angel Mone't came from Jack's World. I kind of stole my character. Okay, look at that. And this kind of came out of COVID, I have a music program, children's music program called Peppy People's Music. I'm like the traveling music teacher that goes into the schools and mostly the young kids, daycares and preschools. And so everything was going just wonderful until COVID hit and nobody knew what to do, Yep. Everybody's home and the school had nothing for the kids because everybody's home, but they wanted to keep something going and they loved the music program. Okay. So they asked me, was there a way that I could continue the music classes? Because I have something called edutainment. It's entertainment, but it's also teaching, right? Nice. So they asked me if I could do that on Zoom. And my mind was like, what? These kids are really young, right? Like, 2 years old up till maybe 6.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are actually 12 months. Okay.
Wow.
So I'm really good with engaging with the kids in person, but I had never done that online,
Wow.
virtually.
Mm-hmm.
So I hesitated, but I said, okay. So then I, got familiar with Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, how am I going to reach these kids? Everybody's home. Grandma, everybody's going to be watching. How am I going to get these kids involved?
Yeah.
So I came up with my puppets,
Nice.
Boogie, Beautiful, Rico. I have all these characters. And
Yes.
I've always had these crazy voices, growing up. Because I'm somewhat of a comedian too. You would never know me.
Okay.
So I started using my voices and getting them to the puppets. I invested in some puppets.
Mm-hmm.
And I have Beautiful. Hi, my name is Beautiful. Hi.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah. And this is Boogie. Hi, my name's Boogie.
Look, I'm like a little kid now. You're doing great. Wait a minute. I turned into a child.
I freak everybody out, especially my adult friends.
That was really good.
Then I have, hi, my name is Cindy, So I have all the characters. I have Nurse Mary.
That's beautiful.
And she tries to, educate the kids about covering your mouth when you cough, how to cover it, wash your hands,
Okay. Proper etiquette. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So all these characters were born, and then I have the dog, Rufus. No, I think that's Sammy. Wait a minute. Then I have, all these different voices. And so that's how I really got the kids to, to really engage with me.
Yes, yes.
And it was a hit,
Yes, I can tell already.
They look forward to it. I can see their little faces in the screen just looking at me. And I was like, oh my God, this works, So, the Miss Angel Mone't show was born.
Wow, that's amazing. So it derived from that. Wow, look at that.
Yes, yeah. And I got invested in the green screen. And so I was able to get all these nice little funky backgrounds and, so, and then, incorporate other new songs that I was writing. That's how that came about. And I've been at that since, promoting shows, and I've been doing some free shows. We have one coming up April 25th on a Thursday, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And, schools from all over. It could be homeschoolers or daycares, that age group can on a private YouTube link and it's the show for about a half an hour.
Nice.
And, the ones that want private, music, entertainment or class, they can subscribe to the on-demand videos, or I can come live, virtually, especially the ones that live out of state.
Okay.
So, and I do have some that I go to in person.
Oh, so you do the live performances as well?
I do live as well.
Nice.
Still,
wow.
But I also do virtual now.
Yes. Okay. And you said some upcoming events. That was actually a perfect segue.
Yes.
You got the one coming up, I think you said later this month?
Yes, Thursday, April 25th at 10 a.m. And we have on the website, InetProductionsInc.com, we have the all the information. You can register. Like I said, it's free. Just, put in your email and your name of your school or your name and whatnot. And then we send out the link as soon as you register.
Nice.
And then when the show comes on, it's a live premiere. And I get to, talk to the kids and entertain them. I have a lot of stuff I edit, videos that intertwine. And this is all about spring, development, how kids blossom just like the plants and the flowers, it's going to be a lot like that.
Nice. Fantastic. Yeah. You also have a internet radio station. I want to talk about that as well, because that's another platform that people can consume the product and listen to in. For you, your network, can you elaborate a little bit more on your network and what's the latest developments?
Yes. It's called the House of Inspiration. Most people say the H.O.I network, but that's what it stands for. And it's all about inspiring people. The music, it's not all gospel, because when you think inspiration, you think mainly all gospel, but we do different genres of music.
Mm-hmm.
And we do, I love house music. So we got the house music, but it's the uplifting kind. You can dance to it with really inspirational words.
Yes.
And we play jazz. We have shows. One is called the House of Inspiration Show.
Mm-hmm.
That's more like a variety show. Comes on every day, 4 to 7 p.m. That's myself, Miss Angel Mone't, and my co-host, Hot Berry Black.
Mm-hmm.
And we also feature independent artists. We have comedy with Becky, who tells all these crazy, funny jokes.
Yes.
And little skits. And then we have Tweet from the Street.
Mm-hmm.
And she's actually out of Virginia.
Oh, nice.
She does the entertainment segment for us. And so we get all the little juicy gossip, but it's good gossip,
Yeah.
One thing about our station is that you can listen to it with your kids. You don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about anything negative.
Yes.
And both of us, myself and my program director, who's my partner, we're both musicians. And he's a DJ in Boston. He's actually he has a legacy here. He's been DJing since the early 90s.
Oh, wow.
He really knows music, and everybody knows, he was like the king of, the scene,
Yes.
So, I'm so happy to have Hot Berry Black with us. And we play, like I said, we got the reggae, we got a little soca going on, but everything that you hear is going to lift you, in some way. All of our shows are about, I'm really big on mental health awareness.
Okay.
It's trying to inspire people. One of the reasons why we started the station was because I was tired of turning on the radio and hearing the swearing and
foolishness.
Yeah. And me being a musician, I know, I cling to music quickly, especially if it has a good beat.
I see.
And sometimes you don't really hear the words, but we dissect the words. We actually go to Google and see what those lyrics are talking about,
Wow.
Some of the, like my favorite band is Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yes.
Well, when we started to dissect some of those lyrics, I was like, not my favorite band. They talking about what? I'm like, oh my goodness.
I didn't know.
We can't play that, So we really screen, what the content is. Not so much the genre, but, everything is like funky beats. It's, and you can go to the website, HOInetwork.com.
Okay.
And you can play it from there, or you can also download the app on the Play Google. And also the iPhone, the iOS store.
You got it. Yep.
Yeah. And it's one word, HOI Network.
Nice.
You want to look it up.
Fantastic. I know a big part we were talking about earlier is investment. Obviously, doing what we do. Are you big on sponsorships, partnerships, donations? We got a lot of listeners tuning in. They want to know how to get involved in such an amazing platform that's intentional and purpose driven, and it hits home with the heart, right? So you probably got a lot of people just intrigued. Hey, I want to support. I want to donate. I want to sponsor. What are those avenues to do so?
Well, you can go to the website again. And either inetproductionsinc.com or HOInetwork.com. We have two different websites. Okay. But you can reach both of them if you go to one. But we have a place where you can actually donate because we have a festival coming up. I must talk about that. Yes, please do. And I'm so happy to have our headliner, Andre Ward. Wow. He was with us last year for our first HOI Family Music and Arts Festival, and we're going to do it again. And he said he would love to come back again. Nice. So it's free to the community here, but we're worldwide, We have sponsors from out of Virginia, and I'm from Virginia. So, nice. Of course I gotta, get my Virginia people in, You know it. Yeah. We want to be a part of it too. So yes, we are actually raising funds now for this festival. Perfect. Because I really want to, let people know that, they're important, they're special. I really want to reach people of all races. It's a multicultural event. Me being a musician, I love all genres most genres, I would say. Maybe I shouldn't say all, I'll just keep it real.
Yeah.
But, I like the Latino music, Brazilian, all that stuff. I love the soca, anything with a lot of rhythm, the gospel. So I want all that there.
Yes.
As long as the content is clean.
Yeah.
Yes. We're
Yes.
screening, the music, because we're about uplifting people. I can't stress it enough.
Correct.
It's about, letting the babies, the little children have fun, not just be on their video games, their phones. I want them to get out there and jump in the little, was the little house, the jumpy, there's a name for that. I can't think of it.
The bouncy thing. I call it bouncy.
Yes, we're going to have one of those again. And
nice.
Activities, family activities. We're going to have, Massage Envy is going to come out there and do free massages. Oh,
wow. That's huge.
Yeah. And the fire truck's going to be out there, and free food. And I'm just looking for that. But yes, we are definitely looking for donations. Another thing that we do, we honor people from all over the world. We have, if you go to our website, HOInetwork.com, you can go to the YouTube channel and see some of the shows that we've done. We've honored teachers. I'm big on that because I'm a teacher.
Yes.
I know what it means to teach children and adults too, And so I have a special place in my heart for teachers. Yes. And so we honor teachers. We honored, we called it Black Influential People. We did that 2 years. And that was in February. Then we also honored the ministries, different ministries. We also did a thing on prayer. Power of prayer. So we had ministers come on and just do different prayers. We were praying for them and just different things. Then we had another show that was honoring the youth. We called it Youth on the Movement Awards, and that happened last June. And we're about to do another fundraiser. Families, and this is going to take place in June. If we want to get the fathers out there, the mamas, just honoring the whole family. Yes. And have like a day party type of thing. What's in the works right now with H.O.I Network?
Awesome. Fantastic. My final question for you, Angel, I think is a perfect segue. You mentioned God. And I hear that word God. I hear it all in you, sister. And you are. Yes. Can we talk about your God right now?
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. I call him Yahuwah.
Yes. The people got to understand, first of all, the work that you're putting in is intentional, it's purpose driven, it's from the heart, it's what we need out here. We are we already know it's a battle out here. I feel like preaching right now, but I ain't.
Yes, it is.
But it's so refreshing.
Oh my God. Amen.
My goodness. It is so refreshing, sister, to hear, because I'm cleaning some stuff up here on my side too. I said, you know what? We can entertain, but we got to do the thing the right way. And as ambassadors of Christ, ambassador of God, we got to make sure we're doing things the right way. And people need to hear the word. People need to recognize it. There's a difference. And I just love how you clearly stating what it is. But for you, my final question, sister, for you, how has God continued to show up in your life for you to continue to do and produce at the level that you're doing?
Do you have a year? No. Look,
this could turn into a whole nother series.
Oh my goodness. Everything I do is on faith in God. Oh my goodness. Ma'am. My whole Jacksonville show. Let me tell you, I'm trying to make it quick. I'm also a storyteller, by the way. Okay. But when I first decided I was going to do this musical, Jacksonville, he gave me this vision to write this play, this musical. I got on my knees, and my whole thing was to make it a video and put it in Blockbuster. So, look how far it goes back. Blockbuster was the big thing then.
Wow.
Yes. The children's industry was, booming, the entertainment industry. So that was my plan. So I got on my knees and I said, okay, God, show me how I need to do this. I need your help and And by the time I got up off my knees, he said, no, that's not how I want you to do it. Wow. I want you to make it a ministry. I want you to let kids audition all over the city. I don't want you to make it like a ministry. You don't have to say it's a ministry, but I want you to make it outreach for these children. Yes.
Yes.
And I was like, what? I was like, he's like, what? That's how I talk to God. He's my best friend, you know?
Yes.
I don't have any money. I don't have, we need volunteers. I don't have a stage crew. Everything was, I don't have. That I will send you everyone that you need, everything you need. Just
Amen.
trust everything that, I'm telling you.
Wow.
So I got up with some kind of look on my face and I said, oh, this is what I will do. I will be obedient. Sponsors came. I got money from the Patriots.
What?
The person that was helping me in the office, mom was like the nanny of them. And, it's like,
oh, wow.
Them, they looked at the packet. They didn't even really look at it. They wrote a check. I was like, that's God. They ain't not
Yes,
I mean, he was just sending me, money, the people.
Yes.
I learned so much. I was praying for so many people. I thought I was a pastor. And I was like, God, I didn't ask for all this, because we would have testimony service before the rehearsals. They didn't know it was testimony service. I made it really fun. Like, okay, tell me how good your day was. What happened today? Because I'm a very person.
I see.
And so they were going around talking about what happened today. I said, even if it was something that wasn't so good, and we would just all, clap and be so uplifting. Kids were actually crying when the production was over because it was such a safe space and it was just so inviting. And I mean, this is what they told me, I was so busy working. I just was trying to keep it together, but that was the results of what people said.
Yes.
And so, he helped me with that. And, even with the radio station, that's why everything I do, I give back to him. That's why when we play the songs, we really try to, watch what we're playing because I have a responsibility to my
Absolutely.
And so we're trying to bring on some motivational speakers, 1 or 2 minutes worth of something that they can say. I have some other programs lined up we're getting ready for. But God, I tell you, he is my everything.
Yes,
and
yes.
He started giving me dreams and showing me he even showed me the audience,
Yes.
So yeah, faith.
Yes.
Faith
I
is
think
everything.
that's perfect segue. I love how you said it. This the recreation of it, right? The people just used to plain and it's ministry is this. God said, just work, just do it. Everything gonna form together. He gonna provide everything.
That's right.
Just work. Just let it come up out of you. It's gonna formulate. It's gonna make sense to the people, and it's gonna. And then God always connect you with His people. When you hear the word of God, you're like, wait a minute, I heard it. I hear what you're doing. I see what you're doing, and I say, yes. This is purpose driven. This is from the heart. There's an assignment. You are doing the work. We need people like you in the world. Thank you so much for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Is this refreshing? Because I'm looking for them. And I found you. I said, yes, we got another one.
Oh, wow. Well, I thank you so much for having me on the show, the podcast. And,
yes.
It's just a pleasure,
Absolutely.
I don't think anything as just happening, it's not a coincidence,
Correct.
Everything's a reason. I always seek God for everything,
Absolutely.
Yes.
There you go. Miss Angel Mone't, ladies and gentlemen, once again, give her a round of applause. Woo! I wish I had a horn. Angel, it's been a delight. It's been a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, all of her platform and show notes of this episode, as well as her social media links, the website, don't worry, we got you. The social media, Facebook, we got you. Don't worry about nothing. We got you in the show notes. So after this episode airs, I want you to click the links. I want you to support. I want you to pour into what this woman is doing. I want you to go to her links. I want you to donate. I want you to do what we do. There's a mission out here. There's an assignment. There's kids' life at stake. And this woman is putting her heart into it. And she got God with her. So she can't lose.
Oh, thank you. That's right.
She can't lose. Ain't no way you're going to lose. With God.
Right. Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. So it's Stardom Magazine. It's iHeartRadio. This episode called Music Matters. Once again, it's community driven. It's for the children. Miss Angel Mone't, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Until next, guys, no problem. Until next week, guys, we see you with another episode just like this. Stay tuned. God bless, and we'll see you soon.
Are you on the rise to stardom? Well, get featured in the next issue of Stardom101 Magazine and promote your business or products today. Text MAG to 804-550-8989 8647 or visit stardom101mag.net.
You're listening to the Stardom 101 Magazine Podcast with Christopher Boykin. Be sure to subscribe and download this episode, and continue to listen to Stardom on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.